Okay, now the previous video I showed you how to add and subtract with solving for x equations. Now we are going to multiply and divide, or divide in this case, but I am going to do both. Now, let's do the multiplication. Now, first of all, we can clearly see there's a 2x, but let me just tell you that it's not that big of a deal. We do the same procedure. Just as we did over here, we can do the exact same thing. Now I'm going to show you what's going to happen though. Let's first get x on its own. We can clearly see that this is 2x minus 4 is equal to 8. First of all, we want to get x on its own, but let's just not deal with the 2 that's in front of the x yet. Let's first get x on its own. We have minus 4 on this side. Let's take it over. Like I showed in the video where it was minus 4 before, it's going to be plus 4. Therefore, this side will have 8 plus 4. And we have 2x on its own now because we took the minus 4 over already. Now we know 8 plus 4 is going to be equal to 12. And we have 2x still on this side. Now what do we do? Clearly, you know that 2x is also the same as writing 2 times x, right? 2 times x is equal to 2x. Now, let me just write it like that. 2 times x is equal to 12. Now, when we are taking things over, remember when I said if you're taking something over, the sign will become the opposite. Now, what is the opposite of multiplication? It's obviously going to be division. So remember, now we have times 2 over here, right? It doesn't matter the order, it could be x times 2. I think I've told you already what commutative means, I don't remember, but just know that whatever order it is, it doesn't matter. Well, this is basically just multiplied by 2. And if we take times 2 over, we can write this as divided by 2. Great guess. But yeah, remember when you take something over, when it was multiplying by 2, now it's going to be dividing by 2 because you are changing the sign to the opposite. Now remember, this is going to be 12 divided by 2 now. Because remember, you took it over, and now x is on its own because you took this to the other side, and that was the divided by 2. Now, what is 12 divided by 2? 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. There we go. That's the answer for this one. Easy enough, eh? Let's do the next one. This is with division now. We have 3x over 5 plus 3 is equal to 2. Now, how do we do this? Once again, let's not pay too much attention to where x is. Let's look at the constant. The constant meaning just the number value, not anything with x, just the number, which is 3 and 2. So, let's take this 3 over, right? We want to get x on its own as much as possible. Now, we have plus 3 on this side. When we take it over, it will become minus 3. And we can just write this as 2 minus 3. And then remember on this side, because we took the 3 over, now it's just going to be left with 3x over 5. Right? This is x, by the way. Now, 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1, or negative 1. 3x over 5. Now, how on earth do we get x on its own now? This is what I recommend. Whenever you are solving for x, always take the thing that is either being plus or minus out first. And then you need to take out the thing that's being divided, like the 5. You need to get rid of this 5. You need to take it over. And remember, you can just write this as 3x over 5 can also be written as 3x divided by 5 because it's a fraction. That's why. Remember, it's going to be top divided by bottom. That's what a fraction is, equal to negative 1. Now, you know, if you're taking something over, now you can actually take this divided by 5 over, right? Which is going to be, remember, if you're taking something over, you will flip the sign around. You'll change it to the opposite. Where it was divided by 5, it'll be multiplied by 5. Now, negative 1 times 5 is going to be equal to, if you use your calculator, shame on you. It's going to be equal to negative 5. And remember, because we took the divided by 5 over, it's no longer on this side now, it's on that side. And remember, we already did the calculation. and we have 3x on its own. Now remember, it's now exactly the same as what we did here. But now, what we are going to do, we know that this is actually written as 3 times x. The 3x is equal to negative 5. This is 3 times x. If we take this times 3 over, it will become divided by 3. Remember, flipping the signs. And now, we write this as negative 5 divided by 3. And remember, we took the 3 over that side. Now we just left with x on its own. Now, how do we write this down? Obviously, you can't just leave it like this. Remember, that's top divided by bottom. That's what a fraction is. So remember, top meaning negative 5 over 3. So therefore, I'm trying to draw my arrow. I want to be cool. Therefore, x is equal to negative 5 over 3. This wasn't the most perfect one. Obviously, we got a fraction as an answer, but this is just practice. You can always get a fraction as an answer, obviously, but not always. This was easy enough, man. Like, if you didn't get it, that's fine. You can just ask me. But yeah, easy enough, man.